I know that a lot of people have been wondering about our makerspace at the Welland Public Library and what we have available to use. So today I'm doing a virtual field trip. I will go over all the items that we have in our makerspace, and you can come and use them at any time you'd like. So I've made a couple of videos for each one, so I'll go over the videos, and then at the end you can ask any questions you'd like. And when you come into the library, if you need any help with any of the items in the makerspace, then just ask one of our friendly staff. So the items I'm going to go over today that are in our innovation station or makerspace at the Welland Public Library are: we have a 3D printer, we have a Cricut Maker, and on the other side here we have a VHS to DVD converter. We also have a turntable to USB, and the very last one we have is a photo scanner, and that will scan photos and slides to negatives to a USB for you. So the first one we're going to do is the VHS to DVD converter. So we have a VHS tape and we have a blank DVD. So our first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the power button of the converter. On the left-hand side, we're going to insert the VHS tape you wish to copy. So just make sure that your tape is fully rewound before, or to the point where you want to start recording from. Use the buttons below the VHS slot to fast forward, rewind the tape, etc. If necessary, turn on the monitor to check which position you're on at the tape. Headphones can be inserted into the converter if you need to check the sound. Open the DVD drive and insert a blank DVD and shut the drive by pressing the eject button a second time. Wait for the disc to finish loading. Then press the dubbing button to begin recording. You can turn off the monitor for privacy and place the recording in progress sign in front of the converter so that the patrons don't touch the converter. When the conversion has finished, hit the setup button on the remote control. Select DVD on this. Select the DVD menu on the screen. Select Finalize. When the DVD has been finalized, hit the eject button and take the VHS tape out. And the very final step is you will eject the DVD disc. The next item in the makerspace that I'm going to show you is the photo scanner. So to use the photo scanner, you can insert slides or negatives. It will scan them to your computer, which you can then put on a USB. The very first thing that we'll do is we'll insert the USB into the USB port on the computer. So to do slides first, you're going to remove the protective cover, the white one at the back, and you're going to insert the slides into the rack that holds them. So they go face down. We're removing the cover. And the black tray, just open it for a sec. The C has to line up with the C on the side. That means that they're in the right place. Okay, so we'll close the lid. and go over to our Epson scan program, and we're going to click at the bottom right, scan. The screen will tell you the progress. We're doing 4 slides, and it will tell you how far the progress is. When the scanning's finished, you will click on the USB in the bottom right-hand corner. We inserted the USB into the computer right at the beginning, and you can see there's 4 files saved to the USB, and those are the 4 files that we scanned. So when you're finished, you can just eject the USB on the bottom right-hand corner. So next we're going to do some negatives. So they're going to go on the opposite side of the slides, and it's the long and thin grooves that they will go in. So just load them into the tray. Put the cover over top. Kind of snap it down and insert it. And for the negatives, the A's have to line up together. Close the lid. So we'll open our Epson scan on the computer. Our USB is already in. And we're going to select color negative film on the drop-down list. Press OK. And for this, they're asking for a preview, so we'll just press preview first. So the preview's finished. Click on scan. And it'll begin scanning the negatives. You can keep watching on the scanning. It tells you how far along the process is. So when it's finished scanning, the program will open up, and you can see all the scanned negatives are now on the USB. So the last thing you do is just click on the USB drive on the right-hand side and eject the USB, and you're all finished. So next I will show you how to use the USB turntable. You're going to take a record album and place it on the turntable. You can set the speed to 33 or 45, and then you'll press the start button on the turntable. It uses a program called Audacity on the computer. So we'll just bring that up on the computer. So on Audacity, we will click record. And we'll just record what we want. You can record the whole album or just a song. When you're done recording, just press the stop button. Then you're going to click the zoom out button so that you can see the start and the end of the song. And you're going to highlight to the end of the song. So you're going to click and drag around the waveform line until the entire track is in gray. So you'll select tracks, then add a label at the selection. You can label your song, type in the name of the track and press enter. Then label all your tracks if you've done more than one. Then you'll select File and then Export. So we'll click on File and Export Audio. We're going to name our file. We've already put our USB in the computer. You can fill in the name and the artist's name as well. And then you'll just click OK. A box will appear showing the export progress. So the last step will just be to remove your USB, and you can check and make sure that your files have been transferred to the USB. So we have a design called the Cricut Maker. It does everything from cut vinyl to paper to decals that you can put on t-shirts, sometimes wood. So we have a binder that we keep in the area called the Cricut binder. It has all the instructions, things that you can do, how to access your account, etc., and different accessories that you can use when using the Cricut Maker. So today I thought I would show you just a little demonstration how the Cricut Maker works. It runs off of a program, a computer program called Cricut Design Space. So I've already downloaded the software here. You just go to cricutdesign.com and download it. You'll make an account for yourself. So I'll just sign into my account. So I've logged into my account. Let me just make it big. So it will keep all the projects you've made here, or you can upload files, SVG files, and you can make any new project. So I've done quite a few. So today I think I'll just show you how to make a card out of cardstock, a greeting card. So I'm going to click on New Project to begin with. And you can do anything from text to images to shapes. And I can go to Uploads. So these are projects that I've uploaded to do before. So I can just scroll through all of them. So I'm going to make this thank you card that's outlined here now in the box. I'm going to insert image, and I'm just going to make one. So on the right hand side I can cross out anything I don't want. The scale across the top is equal to the scale on the paper and the grid mat. So the grid mat's a sticky mat that will hold down your paper or any other thing that you are printing on. So I can just make that a little bit bigger. I can pull the edges here. I can click on Make It. So this is what it will look like when it's on my mat. I can move it around still on the mat. I can press Continue. So I have to turn on my Cricut, just the power button, and open the front facing. So now the computer recognizes my Cricut Maker. It's asking me what material I want to print on, so I can look up. So there's different things. There's vinyl, light cardstock, medium cardstock. I'll try medium cardstock. And then there's a pressure gauge. So it's good to press more so that there's more pressure from the needle on your item you're printing. And if you can see on the right hand side, it's all ready to go. I'm going to load the grid mat in the Cricut. I'm going to press the flashing button here. And the final step is just to press the Cricut. Okay, so now it's all ready to go. It's going to start printing my greeting card. You can watch on the screen as well. That tells the amount that has been done so far. So it is pretty quick once it gets going. So while that's printing, I'm just going to run and get the box of tools, and I'll show you how to use the tools once this is printed. So you can see that it's 100% finished now, and we press dismiss here. And I'm just going to unload the Cricut Maker by pushing the flashing button. So we do have a box of tools or Cricut supplies, and so there's anything in there that you're going to need for your Cricut when you're using it, making your projects. So we have a little spatula that helps get the paper off of the sticky mat, and we have a weeding tool. So let me just take this off the mat first. I can get under it with the spatula and kind of lift it up. Sometimes you can just pull it off, and you can see that the inner parts of the wording have come off. So if they don't all come off, we have a weeding tool. So you would just have to take the weeding tool and just push out all the little extra spaces from the letters. So that was our first project I'm showing you. If you go to our YouTube channel on our website, there's 2 or 3 other projects that are a little bit more complicated. There's a Christmas ornament one, making Cricut paper flowers, and making a hot mess Cricut canvas. So check those out as well. And it really is very easy to use the Cricut Maker. So you just call the library, book your time to come in, and we do have supplies, or you can bring your own. The next item in the Makerspace area I will show you is our 3D printer. We have a Flashforge Dreamer. So it basically takes filament that's heated to a high temperature and then molded into different shapes based on the program that it's given to print. So I will just heat up the 3D printer now. It takes a few minutes, just with the switch on the right-hand side here. So if I just press preheat and start. Okay, so now it's heating up for us. While we're waiting for the 3D printer to heat up, we will go to Thingiverse, which has pre-made files for the 3D printer. We will select a design that we want to print. So in this case, we're going to do a Canon battery cover. We're going to click on it, and over on the right we're going to say download file. So our file's downloaded. We open up the Flashforge program that we've downloaded to our computer, and we're going to press load at the top. We're going to find our Thingiverse file that we just downloaded. We saved it on the desktop. And there you can see it's inserted into the program on the computer. So you can move the object around, you can rotate it, you can make it smaller or bigger. And when you're satisfied with how it looks, we're going to press print. Over on the right-hand corner, it shows you how long that this print will take. So this one is 34 minutes. So now it will be printing on our 3D printer. So the 3D printer now is starting to print, and now you can see the extruders are going to have the melted plastic filament, and it will make the shape now that we've asked it to. Now you can see that the 3D printer is printing our camera cover. You can see the orange coming through from the extruders. So it does make a base layer first, and then it will add on to that. So it's now at 100%, it's finished. So we'll just open the door and remove our battery cover. to be really careful. It's really hot still. And there we go. There's our final product. It's a battery cover for a Canon battery pack.